So, can we all agree that Spider-Man No Way Home is peak? Huh? Someone said no?
You might want to reword that, Sonny.
On topic, Spider-Man No Way Home is amazing. It's a great movie. We can all agree it is. It's Tom Holland's best movie. Brandon Day might take the crown, but No Way Home is peak. The toys, on the other hand, they're weird. Just weird all around. First off, before the movie came out, we only had 3 figures. We had, 4 figures. We had integrated suit Spidey. That was not accurate. The black suit he was going to wear in the movie, that's not the symbiote. It's the black and gold suit. Doctor Strange and J. Jonah Jameson. That's it. Now, I do understand why they didn't make any figures for Tobey and Andrew. They were not in the marketing. They were you go to the theaters to see it. No marketing. But the villains were all revealed before the movie came out. Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Sandman, Lizard, Electro, all of them were revealed. And somehow it took them like a full, like the movie came out like 2022, if I remember correctly. We didn't get all the figures up to 2025. So that was a pretty long wait for all the figures. And when the figures started to come out, weird stuff happened. So I'm just going to go over every single one that did the figures in 1/12 scale. I'm doing Marvel Legends, SHF, and Mafex. No Hot Toys. I am not knowledgeable enough in Hot Toys to understand. And plus, I'm broke. You think I can afford a Hot Toy? That a whole article would be written. It would be plastered. They would take down the Mona Lisa and put a picture of me with a Hot Toy on it. That's how big it would be. But now, let's get into it. But now let's get into why the No Way Home toys are kind of weird. First of all, Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends. Their quality isn't the best. It's better than McFarlane, but not the highest bar to beat. Let's be honest here. But we'll go over the 3-pack. If you've seen some videos, you've seen this is divisive. I think you know someone who doesn't like this 3-pack much. But let's go over the main figures. Tobey, Andrew, and Tom. The Tobey Maguire, it looks fine. Nothing special about it, though. But someone hates it, though. We all know who hates it. The Andrew looks the best of the 3. Like, no doubt, not even my bias. It just looks the best. The Tom's a piece of crap, though. It's blue, the gauntlets, and the webs are too thick. Just not a good figure. Just, like, throw that thing away when you get it. Or just buy the one from the first set and just, like, buy the one that came out before the movie and then get the 3-pack, throw that one away, and just keep Tobey and Andrew. The only thing that figure has over the original one is that it had a full set of hands. Whippers, fists, wall crawlers. Besides that, nothing else. All 3 of them also had it. So, the genius idea was when to re-release these figures singly, take away hands. So, when they re-released Tobey and Andrew, they just gave them thwippers, a fist, and an open hand.
Don't like it.
The only reason these things got a re-release was number 1, so you don't have to buy all 3 of them at the same time. And number 2, to get them unmasked heads, since Andrew couldn't get his unmasked head in the 3-pack because of the legal issues with Andrew Garfield's likeness in No Way Home. So, they didn't give him the unmasked head, and they didn't even bother giving Tobey and Tom one, because they don't have legal issues. Tom is literally the Spider-Man for the movie, and for some reason, Tobey doesn't have the issues. And also, let's just remember legal issues later down with Andrew Garfield in the line. So yeah, but Tom got all 3 sets of hands. But I will be fair, it was his final swing suit. It was not his integrated suit, so technically it was a new figure. But at the end of the day, it's stupid that Tom gets all the hands and Tobey and Andrew don't. What is with that, Hasbro? Hasbro, get more consistent. Luckily, the villains were done a lot better when they actually came out. So, Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and Sandman all came out around the same time. Sandman was a standard Marvel Legends release. It looked good for what it is. I don't think it has an app crunch. I don't own the figure, but it doesn't look like it has one. I'm getting it one day, but just because I do need Sandman. But yeah. Goblin and Doc Ock were more of deluxe figures, so they were in the stupid packaging that you can't see what the figure looks like. So figure swappers are going to have a field day with that. They're just going to go like, I'm going to show up these two figures. Just going to do that in a real quick session. And just, you're going to suffer. Deal with it. But yeah, they were pretty good. Doc Ock was I think Doc Ock was the better one of the two. Simply just because Goblin didn't have any alternate hands. I mentioned it in one of my videos where Green Goblin just doesn't get alternate hands when it comes to Marvel Legends, which is weird for no reason. But I still love it. I like it more than the SHF one because I like the head sculpt more. I'll get into more of that when we talk about the SHF one. But one of my favorite things with the Marvel Legends Goblin, it comes with a Goblin mask from the 2002 Spider-Man movie. Just, that means something to me, man. And Doc Ock, the bendy wise, look perfect. I want to get both of them in my collection so bad. Too bad the prices are going against me. I can't even find the Marvel Legends Goblin. At this point, you can find the SHF Goblin for cheaper. And I don't want to get that. And now for Electro and Lizard, they definitely suffered a little more. Mainly because they didn't get much accessories, especially Electro. Electro only got 2 hands. He got fists and the more open hands and electricity effects. That was $40, okay? We could have included a little more Hasbro. Maybe at least more electricity effects. Or maybe at least like new pairs of hands. I don't know. Maybe like hands to put the electricity effects on. Like a peg to put them on. But yeah. Lizard, he doesn't need as much. I never really used like his alternate like head. I more use his screaming head because I like that more. But yeah. I think Lizard was done pretty well. And his app crunch is actually pretty solid. Oh yeah, talking about the other, like, I forgot to talk about. The 3 Spider-Man are fine. The final swingsuit Tom, his legs seem to break off easily, but that's Hasbro's quality. Toby and Andrew, they don't have the best app crunch or best head range. Not happy. That's why I got the Mafex Andrew, and I'm gonna get Mafex Toby. But yeah, the Marvel Legends, they're fine. The villains were where they peaked to the 3 Spider-Man. The only one I'm going to get is the final swingsuit Tom. Besides that, I'm just going to get the Mafex versions of everything else. But yeah, that was Marvel Legends. It was weird, but at least it's affordable. It's affordable if you get it for realtor price. Do not buy the 3-pack. The 3-pack is crap. I can only accept you buying the 3-pack if you want a full set of hands for Toby and Andrew. Besides that, it's not good. Not good at all. Now it's time for SHF. They only did 4 figures. The main 3 Spider-Man and Goblin. Okay, well they actually did a little more. They made a first edition of the integrated suit that we're just gonna to the side. Okay, it's crap. First up, Tobey Maguire. Much better. Looks so good. I love how he looks. The Tobey Maguire likeness, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. It's pretty solid. Not the best, but good enough. It's good enough for my standards. The articulation looks really nice and just overall a great figure. I'm getting sick from talking about this spider so much. Next up, the final battle edition of Tom. Oh, I did not skip Andrew. I'm saving him for last. But yeah, big improvement. He looks accurate. He actually doesn't have the gauntlets. Since, if you don't know, the final swingsuit is based on the suit from Far From Home, which is the red and black suit. So it does not make sense for him to have the gauntlets. Basically, Doc Ock just like yoinks the Iron Spider away from Peter, or at least most of it. Then when they were able to cure him, he's like gave that just like for no reason, just like, here you go, son, a new suit because we need to make money, and you need a new suit because this is a new movie, so we need money to sell more toys. But yeah, basically, yeah. It's overhated also. I like the integrated suit. Fight me over it. I do not care. I will fight you over it. Come on, meet me out in the ring. But yeah, it's really good. I love how it comes with the Doctor Strange box too, so you know you can have him like holding it. After that, we got his final swingsuit. Oh my god, it is perfection. if it wasn't for Mayfex, I would buy that figure. That would be maybe the first of the ones I get. It's so good. I might even still get it just to get like a comic Spider-Man figure. It looks so good. I can't even exaggerate how good it looks. Next up, Goblin. It sounds like it's better, but it's really not. You know, everything's on the line that it's better. More punky bombs, more swappable hands, better articulation. What more? The head sculpts. This is his head. Honestly, this is the way I like on the camera most of the time. And we get an alternate head, but with goggles. Just know, this isn't right. The Glide doesn't have a stand like the Marvel Legends one did. Like the Marvel Legends one, it's like this. That is Goblin. Does it look like Willem Dafoe? Yes. Does it look like Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn's Green Goblin? No. No. Sonny, no. Like it looks more like he's like a serious villain that. Now, okay, Green Goblin is a villain you should take seriously, but it looks like he's a villain that acts seriously. Like, I don't even know who you are. Like, I know your name is Darkseid, but that's it. It looks like he's someone who's gonna go like, I'm gonna find a random thing to find. I'm gonna take your pencil and break it in half. Ha ha ha. Green Goblin, he's more of like, no one's on sabbatical, honey. Or like, did the Spider-Man come out to play? He did not ever sound serious. He sounds like a maniac, which is what Goblin is. A maniac. I can only accept it if you buy a custom head sculpt. I'm sorry, you need to buy a custom for that. So you better get that $50 out, son, or whatever a custom head costs these days. I don't know. But now, it's Andrew time. It looks perfect, you know. We get everything we want. Except for one thing. Toby and Tom, they have head sculpts. They have one for their mask, one for their unmasked. Remember the legal issue thing? Well, it's coming back now. No. Andrew gets nothing. The legal issues do not allow Andrew Garfield's likeness to be used for No Way Home. And they use No Way Home on the packaging. That's why Marvel Legends did a single re-release. And why Mayfex and Hot Toys used TASM 2 branding so they can use Andrew Garfield's likeness. They made him cheaper, but still, it's annoying. Like, before the Mayfexes and before I knew how good they were, I was just going to buy the SHF one. No, I probably buy the CT Toys version because that came with an unmasked head. It doesn't really look like it has any major quality issues. CT Toys be goated. But still, it's annoying that they did that. I hate that they did that. Just use TASM 2 branding. I guess since it was like a line, they wanted to do that. But they just... I look like that Mario toy that like follows you around. Not on topic, just wanted to mention it. Like, you know that Super Mario toy? Like the first movie that like follows you around. Like it, you know, the animatronics are a little quirky at night. But yeah, that's it for SHF. Oh wait, no. Andrew doesn't even have fists. Man gets like 2 sets of wall claws for no reason. Thwippers, web holding hands. Relax. Pointers. But no fists. Web holding hands, at least it's not like a major hold like this. It's more of like this. But I still would rather just have normal fists. Like, at least the Andrew Garfield likeness has an excuse. That just doesn't have an excuse. No fists. I can punch the pain away, but poor Andrew can't. And finally, we're on to Mayfex. They cooked. First off, Tobey Maguire. Just imagine the SH figure arts one. Better articulation, better head sculpts, better everything. We get the Sandman here and Doctor Strange portal. Just beautiful. Everything I want. And also magnetic feet and hands so you can stick onto metal. Really nice. Love to have those. But yeah, Tobey's just overall great. I like the packaging too on the figures. Next up, we get the Andrew Garfield, which I have. And you... Let me see if I can... You guys see him? He's... I'm pointing. I'm doing the meme. Okay, but yeah. I'm not going to go into detail. Great figure. Main thing I'm going to bring up, he has the, you know, Andrew Garfield there because they got the license into Andrew Garfield that time. The two Tom Holland figures, the integrated suit and Final Swings. The integrated suit looks really good. I'm super happy with how it looks. And it also has Doctor Strange portal and the Green Goblin here, which is really nice. The Final Swing suit also looks spectacular. A little copy, Tom Holland head sculpt, and just a great figure. Yeah, this is one I don't really need to spend much time. Like, there's nothing for me to complain about. And what I find out, when there's more for me to complain about, there's more for me to talk about. There's really nothing for me to talk about with these guys. They're all great. I don't know any of them except for the Andrew Garfield, so I can't go into detail. But that's the thing. They're all just really great. Mafex killed it with this line. And that was the No Way Home Toys video. That was a lot. This is going to be a pain for me to edit. God, I hate myself sometimes. I really do hate myself. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy this video. But there's one thing I do want to mention. There's a similar issue all these figures have. They took so long. Why? Why couldn't we get these toys when the movie came out? Why? One of my favorite things about Sonic 3 was that the toys came out around the movie. So we were able to get them, the toys, before the movie to hype ourselves up more. And TMNT Mutant Mayhem. I'll throw up pictures on the screen of me with the toys before the movies came out. But generally, I wish these toys came out before the movie. Or at least get the villains out before the movie and Tom Holland. And get Toby and Andrew at least like a month after the movie so people can at least see it. Maybe 2, but still. Why did it take us like 3 years to get everything? I'm also remember I didn't go over Matt Murdock or MJ, but I don't care about that. But yeah, generally, why did these toys take so long to come out? But I'm happy we got them at the end of the day. But yeah, that was the No Way Home Toys video, and I'll see you all on the next one.